Hey guys, B-roll Bob. Boom, 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 boom.
Alright, so we got this roof vent, and we got the little smoke lid here, because the van's black. Plus, this is transparent, which is nice. It's a max air fan with a remote and 10 speeds or 12 speeds and a rain sensor. The bummer is the shroud that's exposed on the outside of the exterior of the van is still white. Our van's black, so you can't have a white shroud with a black van because that'll look beyond lame. So we popped the lid off and the hinge, and we're just going to tape off the exterior. So black here, and we'll leave the inside white. Alright, we're hoping that Bob's measurements and the roof are correct, because if they're not, we're going to have a bunch of holes in the roof. Keep it ripping. That's pretty chill. Oh, that's chill, right? Not chill. Is it in?
No, you're off a tiny little bit. Cutting some holes in the ceiling. We got a roof vent. We got some can lights, little buddies. I'm not a ceiling guy, I'm not an electrician either, but I'm getting things figured out. I'll show you what I got so far. We got this white panel here. It's a lot like a dry erase board. You can see there I had to cut some sample holes to make sure my hole was the right size for these can lights. Super low profile. Look at that, it's only like 4 millimeters. So on the left side would be the rear of the van, and there's a cutout for the roof vent. And then on the edges we have some molding pieces. And down here we have a little battery. Show you what we got. Wow, lights. Looks good, doesn't it? We got a little challenge here. Matt's on the other side of the globe, and communications, you know, it's hard to convey design ideas, but basically what I did was went ahead with the decision on my own and then communicated that to Matt, and he said it was wrong. So he is right, but what I have to do now is make a piece I already made.
So what are these strips for?
So I'm putting felt. We're going to put screws going through the ceiling into the furring strips on the ribs, and to hopefully eliminate any squeaks beforehand, we're going to put felt in between where the screws come through and where they hit the furring strips up above. The furring strip is just a piece of wood that goes across the rib on the ceiling so that we have something to attach to easily instead of just sheet metal. What I just did was put a couple notches in our furring strips. So you can see on our ceiling panel here, this is where our furring strip will come across. And here's our circuit wires here. And those come down to our switch panel here. Zombie lights. So let's see if it fits, hey? Got some progress on the van here. I got the second piece up. It looks great there. So now we got our third piece. We're gonna have to work around this foam guy, maybe cut it along the top, and then we've already got some nutserts here from the previous owner's modifications, or maybe there was a piece that clipped on here, I don't know, but we'll try to tie into those, try to work around this, try to get a nice curve left and right and a nice curve front to back, so that it all looks good in the end.
Got this hot wire cutter for pelican cases. It's been cut around foam. It works great on transit foam too. It's that. You can put more insulation up there, I guess, too, huh? Just dump stuff up there. Because I'm literally an insane person. We had the perfect ceiling up, but it made a creak or two. And so we took the whole thing down, we're putting more foam up, a whole nother layer of foam. And we reinforced the subframe, and I made Bob put carpet on the top of all the ceiling panels so that as they shimmy around, hopefully they won't make any noise at all. Hopefully. My wife told me that if I made Bob take the ceiling down, that he deserves to quit. Bob, you gonna quit?
Well, I'm still here.
Oh, there's a dramatic difference in temp. From here to here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but.
These panels were a challenge to put in because we had to put them in multiple times. And I believe they came out 3 times. Took everything down, we took all the channels off, and we have some, I think, Elmer's lubricant spray. So that was sprayed inside all the channels, and we put it back up, and all the noises went away. And kind of the capstone of it, we started at the back and moved forward. We put this little bulkhead in. Switch right here turns on our interior lights.
How hot is it in here, you think?
It's sweltering. And it's not sweltering because it's a black van. It's sweltering because it's like 90 plus today and super humid. What do we have here? That's my mark. That hole helps lighten up the frame. I'm gonna leave this up here. I gotta cut pieces to come out here. Verticals, same here.
Oh man, what's going on with your big black box?
We're putting lights on the inside, and to control the lights, we put some switches in, and they're basic, super basic. The plunger's right here. Close the door, and the circuit is open, and the lights turn off.
How are those mounted?
We got washers welded in here, and some nuts to hold them in place. You can adjust the depth.
What's up with these doors? What's the next step with these, man?
Next step with these doors, we got some magnets on the bottom side, and they work sort of. The boards aren't quite straight, so the corners hit, but the middle doesn't hit. So we ordered some other latches. Those should be here tomorrow. We'll get those mounted up. Maybe do a little touch-up paint there. Do a little touch-up paint around here. Put some stain on this to match the floor. Stick some lights. This is the wall edge here. We'll stick some lights on here. Wire them into the normal stock interior lights so that when you open the door, you get a little accent lighting.
How long has this project been going on for?
March, April, May, June, July. 4 months. 4 months. We got some lights in the overhead cabinet. What we did was install some of this channel and diffuser underneath here, and then get some LED strip lights, throw those in there. Got our switches mounted, got our wires run. This one, boom, boom.